Welcome back. Today, we are looking at some of the most unbelievable moments ever caught on camera. From sudden industrial disasters to unexpected near misses, these clips will remind you just how fast everything can change. Let's dive straight into it.
This unexpected explosion highlights how a peaceful setting can change in an instant, serving as a reminder of the unpredictability of property accidents. Fuel tanker fire. Fires involving tankers carrying hazardous or flammable liquids pose extreme risks to surrounding traffic and require immediate emergency response. Heavy mechanical stress placed on performance vehicles during testing or racing can easily lead to sudden and dramatic engine failures. Electric vehicle charging station ignition. Battery or electrical failures during charging cycles can escalate rapidly into intense thermal runaway events, posing serious hazards in confined indoor parking structures. Roadside car fire. Vehicle engine fires can easily become unmanageable if not suppressed immediately. Village courtyard rooster chase. This lighthearted and comedic scene offers a break from the danger, showing how protective or aggressive farm animals can sometimes surprise unsuspecting people. Electronics store scooter incident. Displaying fully operational or unprotected vehicles in public retail spaces can easily result in accidental injury or property damage due to customer unfamiliarity. Nighttime scooter collision. Nighttime driving brings diminished visibility, making stationary roadside objects or parked vehicles highly vulnerable to high-impact collisions. Traffic intersections require constant awareness from both drivers and pedestrians to safely navigate sudden congestion or erratic vehicle movements. Tight space maneuvering failures. These incidents illustrate the consequences of poor spatial judgment when drivers try to force their vehicles through poorly marked or overly narrow bottlenecks. Delivery worker counterleap. Quick instincts and fast reaction times can keep workers safe when dangerous situations develop immediately outside a storefront. Refrigerator raiding dog. Clever pets often figure out how to bypass basic household fixtures, turning the kitchen into an easy target for unauthorized snacking. Floodwater dog rescue. Flash floods and deep standing water can catch pets off guard, requiring quick human intervention to prevent drowning. Package theft by a dog. While porch piracy usually is associated with humans, this funny clip shows that curious local wildlife or neighborhood pets can also run off with deliveries. Crane fire collapse. Industrial fires on high-rise construction sites are incredibly dangerous, as structural failures can send heavy debris falling directly into crowded city streets below. Log truck unloading mishap. Unstable or improperly secured materials present a major safety hazard during unloading operations in industrial workspaces. Sliding kitchen countertop. This clip highlights modern interior design trends, showing how mechanical components can be used to maximize space and create clean surfaces in kitchens. Tarp dragging dog. This working dog shows impressive strength and determination, turning a heavy industrial cleanup chore into an engaging game. Soccer field slide tackle gone wrong. Recreational sports can easily lead to awkward spills and minor injuries when players misjudge timing or try aggressive maneuvers on slick artificial turf. Horse encounter. Large animals like horses can behave unpredictably, meaning people need to remain cautious and alert. Birds nesting on a cow. This scene shows a classic example of a symbiotic relationship in nature, where birds easily gather warm nesting materials while helping the cow shed its heavy winter coat. Nighttime parking lot hit and run. Parking lot hit and runs are a frequent nuisance, underlining the value of high-resolution security cameras for identifying reckless drivers. Crosswalk red light runner. Reckless drivers who run red lights pose a massive threat to public safety, especially in high-density pedestrian crosswalks. Dashcam traffic dispute. Road rage and tense encounters between drivers and pedestrians can flare up quickly over right-of-way disputes or perceived slights on the road.
Building demolitions. Controlled demolitions are highly engineered events designed to bring down massive structures safely within their own footprint, providing a dramatic sight for public spectators. Gas station crash. A terrifying reminder of how vulnerable gas stations are to out-of-control traffic incidents. The physical destruction of the pumps happens in a split second. Mountain road landslide. Filmed directly from a driver's perspective on a narrow mountain pass, this scene captures the terrifying moment a massive landslide breaks off from the cliffside, sending huge rocks, dirt, and trees wiping out the road ahead. The sheer force of nature is on full display here, and it is only thanks to the lightning-fast reflexes of a nearby moped driver who frantically turns around just in time that a fatal crushing accident was avoided. Ski slope avalanche. This high-angle footage captures a rocky mountain ridge completely collapsing into a rapid debris flow that surges down a valley, leaving a massive blanket of dust and mud in its wake. This incident perfectly highlights how minor soil shifts on high slopes can instantly cascade into massive landslides, though fortunately the crowd of bystanders had the foresight to secure a safe vantage point on a parallel green ridge well out of harm's way. Flash flood torrent. A small residential structure built right beside a riverbank gets entirely inundated and aggressively pushed around by a sudden, violent surge of muddy flash floodwaters. The scene serves as a stark reminder of the immense kinetic energy of moving water. Field dust devil, or whirlwind. Groundkeepers and baseball players look on as a localized, thin vortex of wind swirls violently across the diamond, lifting loose dirt high into the air. While visually striking and reminiscent of a mini tornado, this dust devil is a relatively harmless weather phenomenon caused by intense surface heating, offering a fascinating visual without causing any structural damage. Hurricane winds on city street. Intense hurricane-force winds and driving rain batter an urban coastal street, violently knocking over a pedestrian right beside an already overturned street sign. The horizontal flight of debris and the struggle of the people documented by onlookers emphasize the incredible power of gale-force winds, underscoring the vital importance of staying indoors during severe weather alerts. Forest microburst or storm damage. Captured via a residential security camera, a peaceful backyard playground area is suddenly struck by a violent microburst, causing thick pine trees to snap in half and rip out of the ground within seconds. The immediate, chaotic transition from calm weather to catastrophic tree failures showcases just how unpredictably fast severe straight-line winds can materialize and destroy property. Highway cargo spill. A dashboard camera records a heavily overloaded pickup truck swaying uncontrollably at high speeds until its undercarriage sparks against the asphalt, flipping the vehicle onto its side and spilling tons of round green melons across the highway. This accident is a textbook example of the dangers of improper cargo loading, where exceeding weight limits compromises vehicle stability and leads to a total loss of control. Interior bus cam roadside hazard. This internal dashcam perspective from a large commercial bus shows the driver tightly maneuvering through chaotic traffic on a narrow rural road, narrowly missing mopeds and oncoming trucks. It effectively illustrates that operating large vehicles on undivided, tight infrastructure demands incredible spatial awareness and defensive driving to handle sudden obstacles. Car out of control or near miss. A white hatchback completely loses traction, spinning out wildly across multiple active lanes of traffic before coming to a safe stop as shocked passers-by look on. Concrete overpass collapse. In a terrifying display of infrastructure failure, a major section of a concrete overpass bridge suddenly crumbles and collapses directly onto the highway below, blanketing trailing cars in a thick cloud of dust. This sudden shedding of heavy concrete chunks onto an active roadway points to severe structural fatigue or an unrecorded previous impact that went unaddressed. Cliffside rockfall into water. Filmed from a nearby boat, a massive portion of a coastal sandstone cliff face shears off and crashes into the water, creating a colossal splash and a localized tsunami wave that surges toward the vessel. This spectacular demonstration of coastal erosion highlights why it is incredibly hazardous for small watercraft to linger close to unstable cliffsides, forcing the captain to quickly throttle the engine to escape the incoming wave.
In short, this compilation is a striking reminder of how quickly nature and unexpected accidents can disrupt daily life. It beautifully underscores the vital importance of human alertness, quick reflexes, and keeping a safe distance when unpredictable disasters strike.